So this is a follow-on from my last video. Going to talk about what you can do to help if you think that you've got a mental health problem such as anxiety or depression. So I'm going to go over three main sources of help that you can get, or if you know someone who might need it, this is what you can do. Before I kind of start, just to say that this isn't medical or sort of professional information. This is just based on my own experiences. The first help you can get is professional help. So this might be from your doctor. So what you can do is you can make an appointment to see them in person if you can, or if you can't, over the phone, and just talk to them and explain the physical symptoms you might be having, and any mental symptoms you might have, and they could give you a diagnosis during that appointment, and then refer you to further help for that. You can also go onto the NHS website for the page for depression. They have a self-assessment tool. So what you do is you answer a series of statements, how far you agree or disagree, based on how you've been feeling for the last 2 weeks. And after you've done those statements, it will give you a score on the depression scale. So from getting that score, you can sort of decide from there whether you need to seek further help for this. Your doctor might also refer you to a mental health team in your area. Where I live, we have a central access hub that you can access over the phone, and they will do their own assessments on you, and you just answer a few questions about your situation and how you've been feeling, and they'll sort of refer you for whatever treatment they think is suitable for you at the time. And this could mean that you go for some therapy, or you might have to have sort of a talking therapy such as counselling. And another way you can get help professionally is by contacting your local Mind charity. They have sort of offices across the country. So if you find out where your local Mind is, and if you can visit in person, they have staff there who can signpost you to what is most appropriate for you at the time. That might mean that you sign into a course, such as a depression course or an anxiety course, or you might just need a one-to-one support, someone that you can sort of talk to weekly about your situation, or they might suggest that you have kind of regular counselling with them. So if you go into the office or call them up, they can sort of put you on a waiting list for that. And they also do things called crisis cafes, where you just drop in, you don't need to make an appointment, and you just talk to one of the staff there, and they will just listen without judgment, and they might be able to give you some advice or some sources of information that can kind of help you with your situation. Or sometimes all you might need is someone to listen to you, just whilst you offload some of your feelings or anything you've been struggling with. And I found that quite helpful to do initially, when you kind of don't really know where to start with sorting out your mental health. The second support you can get is social support. So this might mean talking to a family member or friends that you know that will listen to you and be understanding of how you might be feeling. And this can be quite difficult to do if you are not really in the habit or used to talking about how you feel. But if your friends or family are understanding and sympathetic and will take the time to listen to you, I'm sure they'll want to know if you're going through anything and if there's anything they can do to help. Because sort of having the reassurance that you're not alone and there are people that care about you and that want you to get better, that can be a big boost to your mood. And also, if you feel like you're quite used to keeping your feelings to yourself and just getting on with things, it can be it might be a bit of a surprise to people that you know. So if you open up that dialogue sooner rather than later, then you can kind of get the support and sort of come out of your low mood a bit sooner, because if your friends and family know that your mood can sort of dip, then they'll know what is going to help you come out of that. And the third way that you can get help for a mental health problem is through self-help and self-care. And that might mean doing a bit of research about things you can do to help yourself. And some sources will mention things about lifestyle, so that would include sleep, getting a regular amount of sleep, and getting exercise, because exercise helps you physically and also mentally as well, because when you do exercise it triggers endorphins, which is a chemical that can give you like a feel-good feeling and boost your mood in the process. And also things like diet as well can have an impact on your mood, so making sure you've got a healthy and balanced diet, and not having a lot of junk food or sugary foods, because they can kind of make you feel kind of sluggish, and you might get a sort of a sugar boost initially, but then shortly afterwards you'll kind of crash and you'll just feel kind of just not feel very good afterwards. So there are things in your lifestyle that you can change that can have an effect on your mood. And something that I find helps is to do journaling. So that can involve just getting a notebook or a piece of paper, or even on your phone, and just writing out how you're feeling. It can just help to sort of mentally offload, get whatever's like ruminating in your head out of your head and onto paper, and it can kind of help you problem solve a bit, maybe help you make decisions, or even just to just get it out of there and sort of process it. There's also other things you can do with journaling, so you can make gratitude lists, and just take a moment to think about the things that you are happy with in your life and you are grateful for, and what is valuable to you, and that can help you kind of get out of the negative headspace and just sort of be more hopeful about your life. And another kind of journaling you can do is a goals list. So thinking about what you'd like to achieve in your life, probably when you're feeling in a better headspace, just sort of having something to work towards, and then when you do achieve it, it will give you like another boost, because you've kind of achieved something, and it does again put you in that more positive headspace. Another thing that people find helpful is meditation. So that involves sort of clearing your mind, and being more present, sort of leaving the past in the past and not worrying about the future, and just focusing on what you're experiencing in the present moment, being more mindful of sounds and sights, and letting your thoughts and emotions pass through, but not getting caught up in them, not judging them, just sort of allowing them to be and then letting them go. And some people find that really helpful for their mental health. So they're kind of a few things you can do at the start of getting help for mental health problem. And I'm going to be doing some more stories about what I've been through, and some more kind of advice videos. So if you feel like yourself or maybe someone that you know might find it helpful to watch it, then just keep coming back for the videos.